You're listening to the Sanspants Network.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation with pop culture and the research so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Joel, and I'm slowing it down off that hot, speedy intro.
Fair enough. Well, boys, what do you think of the Disney Plus Marvel TV look ahead that was announced maybe last week?
We are going slow. That's
Yesterday
crazy.
at time of recording.
Yeah.
12 hours ago that video came out.
The illusion of when we film these things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who can say
cares?
it? So, yeah, exactly. Who cares? So, Marvel have released...
We're in the same clothes.
Yeah, exactly. I
Better
think I
not.
put on a jacket, maybe. Same shirt.
Yeah, we're filming this on the 23rd of February, 2001.
Whoa, I look like shit. So Marvel have released a selection of trailers and teasers for their upcoming Disney Plus slate.
Yep.
A bunch of Marvel shit got announced. We have well, not announced, but we got first footage of. So obviously, starting with Daredevil Born Again. Yeah.
Well, do you want to go through it in the timeline order? Because
That's probably a good
the
idea.
trailer does play it in that order also.
Yeah. Okay. If you want.
So,
Starts with Daredevil Born Again.
no, it starts with Deadpool and Wolverine.
coming to TV. We've
And then
talked about that though.
Yeah, so Deadpool and Wolverine, his Disney Plus, November 12th. Yawn, boring.
Yeah.
Seen the movie. Everyone's
Loved
seen
it.
the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Best movie of the year.
It's a great film.
Probably my favorite movie in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Me too, dude. Me too.
10 maybe, hard to say.
20, probably not.
Yeah, because Deadpool 1 came out in the last 10 years.
That's true.
Anyway, and then we get the first new-ish announcement, or at least thing we hadn't seen before,
Yep.
was What If, which comes out for a third season on December 22nd.
It's
Okay.
third and thankfully last season.
Yeah. You boys saw season 1 of What If though, right?
I did.
Okay.
I don't believe JD. JD may have watched
I watched the
an
first.
episode.
I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
the first 4 episodes. The animation style.
Made you
No
sick?
offense to the animation department, who I have no doubt are working under a severe crunch.
Yeah.
it made me sick.
Yeah.
I can't get into Clone Wars, the Star Wars series, for the same reason. I don't like the animation style, and I know I should just grow up and enjoy it. But I think that they should grow up and make things that look appealing to me.
I agree.
Yeah, initially, seeing when the trailers came out,
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of like this kind of animation. It's very similar to, a comic book kind of
Sure,
style. It's like a
yeah,
comic
yeah,
book type of
totally.
life, but then when you kind of see it,
No, it looks like
in
a
action,
PS2 cutscene.
and you're
Yes.
like,
It's just smooth.
it
doesn't
it's
have
something.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't know. It's like you have such a long history of artists.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't
But
know.
it's
you
very
you could draw on
It
that.
feels stylistically devoid, I
Yeah,
think, is the problem with
yeah.
it. It
But-
feels like, how can we make, the aesthetic of the films, how can we, translate that the most, similarly?
Yeah,
But
all the way,
obviously-
boiling it down, and let's incorporate shell shading.
Yeah.
From PS2, and then be like, yeah, that's a comic book.
That looks right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. It just
And
something
then
about it.
I heard that also, the actual content was never amazing.
Yeah,
Never really
Well,
grasped.
It's all started tying together now, which is
Yeah.
something that the first season didn't really do until the end.
Yeah.
It's like most What If, like the source material of What If. They
Yeah.
kind of get these giant, either
Subscribe
long,
to the Bad Brain Boys to listen to us go through all of the what ifs.
right. But if you look at
what if?
if you look at all the a lot of what ifs, they take these storylines that are either multi-issue arcs, all these type of things, and they just condense it all into one or sometimes half an issue.
yeah,
Of
exactly.
What If. And it's just the pacing was always off, and it was you go back and read some of these, oh yeah, the pacing's really
Yeah,
bad.
it's terrible.
And then you watch a 20 to 30 minute TV animated
Yeah.
show, and oh, the pacing's way off.
Yeah, brother.
It's still there. It's still a problem.
Yeah.
But maybe
all right.
season 3 will be awesome.
Could be. I think it's
maybe.
ending in Marvel Zombies, which was also announced. So that's something.
Cool. Love me some Marvel Zombies.
Hey, is Marvel Zombie a thing that they said where if you liked Marvel heaps, you called yourself a Marvel Zombie?
Yes.
Okay.
this
I
was
never
back
knew
in
that, but
the-
you made a reference to it in an episode recently, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. So
There you
yeah,
go.
it's when would this be, or is it still happening? I don't know. Like the Marvel DC divide. If you're a big Marvel head, you're a big DC head, whichever one.
Yep.
Like me myself, I was more of a Marvel head, i.e., a Marvel zombie.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that.
You just kind of like just buy kind of everything.
Yeah,
that Marvel
you're not
producing,
thinking-
like this is slop.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Got a bag and bought it.
That's
Onto
awesome.
the shelf. Oh, I got so much crap. What do I do with
Oh,
it now?
I've wasted my life.
How much is this worth? If each one is like $5, oh god,
Oh,
God.
no.
Terrible. Never do it.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
So, Marvel Zombies is not the conclusion to What If. It is a spin-off to the episode from season 1, What If Zombies. It's only 4 episodes, so it's not a huge
okay.
series.
Okay.
That's strange, but fair enough. Whatever.
And it's about Kamala Khan.
Oh, okay.
She's the Frodo of the story, in her own words.
Okay. Got to carry a ring. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A zombie
Then,
ring into a zombie
Volcano.
Yeah, that's good.
then to start off the year in 2025, we got Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man,
Oh, yeah.
which is an animated Spider-Man. It was originally going to be animated Spider-Man prequel,
Okay.
but then they changed all of that, and now it's basically an unrelated Spider-Man thing.
Huh. Pardon me. I remember seeing really early concept art of this where it was designed to look like that really early, like 1950s Spider-Man comics. It had that aesthetic. I thought that was very like exciting
something.
and a very cool way to do it. I think they've shied away from that, which is slightly unfortunate, but I mean, it could be cool.
It looks better than What If.
Yeah.
So, hey.
Honestly, I kind of like that they're not making it a prequel. It feels like they're going to be less, beholden to
Well,
the MCU at large.
It's actually a What If story.
Well, hey,
Wait, what do you
Fuck
mean by
me, I guess.
what do you mean by What If
It's
story?
an alternative origin to Peter Parker from the MCU where it's an alternate reality where Norman Osborn becomes Peter Parker's mentor instead of Tony Stark. And he's voiced, Peter Parker / Spider-Man is voiced by Hudson Thames,
Okay.
who is his voice actor in the What If series.
okay. So it's a what if spinoff. Sort of.
Sort of.
Ish.
Okay.
It's not like a
Who's
What
voicing
If.
Green Goblin, do you know? Anyone of note?
Coleman Domingo.
No. Imagine I knew who that was.
You
be so
might know
impressed.
him from.
What other voice acting has he done, dude?
He's in Euphoria.
I've not seen Euphoria, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know him, dude. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Dude.
Sure, he'll do an incredible job.
Yeah. Will you watch this, do you reckon? Are you going to watch the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man TV show?
The animation style looks off to me, which
Yeah, it's got the similar... Yeah,
Like it looks better than What If, but
Yeah.
the bar's low there.
absolutely.
Maybe.
I think
I don't know.
I think it's the same thing with What If, where there's not enough stylistically to get me interested. If they were like, which we're trying to like basically animate that old style, I don't know if it's Ditko, but like that old
Like
early
the
Spider-Man dot, like that would have been cool. I'd have been interested in that. That would have been enough for me to be like, maybe it'll be just a pleasure to watch. But I don't think it really looks like that, and I don't care enough about Spider-Man and whatever he's got going on to watch it.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely.
Look, I'm thinking about it. Nah.
If there's
Well,
rave
they-
reviews, maybe I'll give it a crack. But
I think they did something here that I don't love.
what they do.
So when it was originally announced, it was Spider-Man freshman year.
Oh yeah,
And then they're like, we're going to make a follow-up called Spider-Man sophomore year.
yeah,
So clearly they were building up. And that was when it was a prequel.
yeah.
But now they've ditched that, just called it Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and there's no set amount of episodes, so I would not be surprised
yeah.
if this just becomes like a new animation series.
Yes, yeah.
Like in vein of the other Spider-Man ones we've had before. Paul F. Tompkins is in it, so I'm back in.
All right, nice, dude. Hell yeah.
He's playing Bentley Whitman, the Wizard, or the Wingless Wizard, a superhero, a supervillain.
Okay.
He was originally an enemy for the Human Torch. Which Human Torch? Human Torch 1?
I hope it's Human Torch 1. It sounds like Human Torch 1. No, Human Torch
First
2.
appearance was 1962. That's Human Torch 1 areas.
Yeah, but by Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, I think that might be, unfortunately,
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
He was part of the Frightful Four. That's sad.
That's a real bummer, dude. Well, well.
Yes.
What you gonna do in this life?
Yeah.
Well,
Not watch that.
Not watch.
show.
I don't know. The
You gonna watch
wizard's in it.
You gonna watch it?
Now I might, because the wizard's interesting.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
The
enough.
wizard was intellectually bored. He decided to become a professional criminal and defeat Johnny Storm, who had just appeared to the world as a Human Torch. That's awesome. That's
That
good.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best villain origin story. We like.
But that
You
guy
know what?
on fire.
Fuck
No.
it, I'm doing crime.
No, I'm taking him out. I'm taking him out. I'm just, give me
You
my,
know.
honey. Where's my fire extinguisher?
I'm gonna kill this man.
I don't like it. I
My
don't like
beautiful
it.
wife.
I don't like it.
I'm gonna kill this man. I'm
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah. He's on fire
yeah,
all the time.
maybe it'll be good.
No, thank you.
I could see a situation. This is pure baseless speculation.
Well, lucky this is the right show for
yeah,
it.
of it being extremely funny for some reason. Like I could see that. I mean, Paul F. Tompkins in it. He's a funny guy. Like I could just imagine people the conversation around this being like, yeah, it's fine,
funny.
but it's really funny. It's worth watching because it's a laugh riot, laughs and gaffs. I mean, like maybe not. Who knows? But that's my baseless speculation.
I
is
reckon aimed at
Written.
kids.
Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
Like teens.
I think that is part of it.
Yeah.
It's not the MCU aimed at teens. What is the demographic? You know, guys like us.
No.
Not made for me, I'll tell you that much.
People that don't like cinema.
Yeah, okay. For the anti-intellectuals out there.
No.
Philistines love the MCU.
No.
Joel Zammit, 2024. I don't know.
It's not, no. That's what I'm saying. I know.
Okay.
It's like for the guy who only really watches like franchise stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure.
Like I know someone that they've never seen any other films really.
That's crazy to
except
me.
they're all Star Wars media and most of like Marvel media.
That's
And
in a
like,
way impressive.
yeah,
You know,
I'd say word.
to be so uninterested in
Yeah.
any other form of art. In a way, I love it.
And it's impressive because you're like, oh, wait a second. So have you seen like, you know, and maybe just put like any other film you want to like, you know, just throw at them, and they're like, nah.
Wow.
And like, but
Dude,
all
is
of
Luke
the,
Skywalker in
all-
it?
No.
Then
I don't
I'm
care.
out.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, I watched Solo and it was a great film. And you're like,
Really?
really?
A pool seems deep to a guy who's never swum in the ocean, or
Yeah,
whatever that Joker review says.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So the writer and creator for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which is still listed on his website as Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is a good sign.
Yeah, that's great.
It'll update later.
He's a Craig of the Creek writer. Craig of the Creek. Craig of the Creek. The Cartoon Network show.
Oh, I think
Craig of the Creek. You
I'm
know
so
Craig of
wriggly,
the
I'm
Creek.
sorry. Yeah, I think I do know Craig of the Creek.
Yeah, you're very wriggly, and because you're wearing that jacket which has a loose button, I'm like hearing a rattle, and I'm like, where's that coming from?
Here, brother, I'll get rid of the jacket for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Craig of the
gift to
Creek.
you.
Oh, thanks, handsome.
Craig of the Creek.
I don't know what that means, dude.
Craig of
You
the
keep
Creek.
saying it, it's not helping.
You can't just keep saying Craig of the Creek.
Are you sure it's not Craig of the Crick?
Is it Craig of the Creek?
Well, it's
Yeah.
American, so it will be Craig of the Creek.
Yeah.
Is it Crick or Creek?
Craig of the Crick. You know, in fact, sometimes they call a creek a crick. Down the old crick. Gonna put your body in the creek. They might say if they were going to put your body in the creek.
Have you ever seen
Craig of the Creek? You're a big Craig of the Creek fan?
I know the theme song Craig of the Creek because it's written by a guy whose music I like. In fact, I think I've seen him play it live.
That's pretty cool.
Jeff Rosenstock does the music.
Okay, shout out Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Yeah, his name is Jeff.
What else we got?
I think I've seen some
Let's keep
episodes from
going.
Craig of the Creek.
Let's keep going. What else we got?
It's very like I'm moving on. I just want to finish this thought so people aren't just hearing us be like, this is coming out bad, this is coming out bad, this is coming out bad.
It's what like Gravity Falls.
Yeah, it has similar
Okay.
to Gravity Falls vibes. Like, as in, it's quite progressive, and people are like, oh, it's emotional and fun, and has like good LGBTQ.
You want a show like that? Everybody should watch Clarence. Clarence rocks. It's about a little fat kid. It's awesome. He's so happy, dude. One
Is
of the
it
kids has
like-
2 mums. It's like a Cartoon Network show.
That's awesome. They should make
he rocks.
a Cartoon Network show for the Rizzler.
Yeah, he's basically the Rizzler, dude.
Clarence pretty much is the Rizzler.
I love Clarence so much. I think it's an incredible show. No TV show, and this is crazy to say, is more like King of the Hill than Clarence, because every episode of Clarence is extremely grounded. They're just kids fucking around.
Yeah, it's a slice of
It's
life
awesome. I got
show.
so much time for Clarence.
Excited for the King of the Hill
Reboot? Yeah,
Well,
I
not
recently.
reboot.
The sequel
Sequel
series. I
series?
recently saw a
The
photograph
image
of Bobby
Bobby.
Hill. Adult
Yeah.
Bobby Hill. He's a chef.
He's a chef, man.
Well, there was
He's
that
a
one
chef.
awesome
Chef
episode.
Hill.
Chef Hill.
Chef
There's
Hill,
that
yeah.
awesome episode where he gets gout because he keeps eating like pate or something. So
Yeah.
he was a foodie.
Oh yeah,
So,
he knows the cuts of the
Yeah,
different
exactly.
steak. It really impresses Hank.
yeah,
It's good
man.
stuff.
No, I'm very excited for it. I mean, hopefully it's retains what made King of the Hill good. Obviously, a lot of time has passed, but I think it will. Oh, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Whoa! Just some Hank Hill noises for the people at home.
Yeah, so the writer of Your Funny Neighborhood Spider-Man has written a lot of kids shows.
Okay, it's probably going to be aimed at children.
Oh yeah.
What do you?
Which
Hey,
is
but yeah, if Craig of the Creek's good, I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah, look, I'm probably not going to watch it.
But you're not the target
Oh, you can
audience. I
put
guess.
it on
again,
for
I'm
your
not-
baby.
No.
Baby.
Don't show baby
can't-
screens until they're like, I want to say it's quite late.
You can't
How
show.
late?
It's like maybe about 3
When
years.
should what?
Like you don't show, don't have screens
When
going on.
should a
makes sense.
baby see
Spider-Man.
a screen?
Yeah, it's kind of like you really don't
18
wanna,
months.
Yeah.
So you really just want to avoid a lot of like screens, like TVs, phones, laptops.
Like
guess-
your house has no laptops or
Does
screens.
it freak the baby out?
No, it's about like a
Confuses them.
development because
yeah.
it's a baby, right? And it's we are meant to be socializing with
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
to be seeing each other.
You don't want
and
an
that kind of
iPad
stuff.
infant, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's
fair
that kind
enough.
of thing where it's it's shown to have like a very a lot of detriment when you do that.
When can you show a baby Spider-Man? When
18
can they
months.
understand?
18 months. Yeah.
18 months, yeah.
So you might be able to check in on season 2.
Okay, that's nice.
I really want to check help. I want to Google help. I showed my baby TV. Is it sick?
Yeah.
Well, it's just more maybe like stunts their like like their social growth. if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Damn.
I'm going to buy my baby a phone
Okay.
so I can ring it.
Hey, baby, what's up?
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, baby? It's your dad. What are you doing, man?
Dude, you just want to hang?
Yeah, brother.
Dude, talking to you over the phone's made you smarter, actually. Yeah. Dude, I love my baby. I love calling it. Next up, March 4, Daredevil Born Again, which is confirmed to be a sequel to the Netflix series rather than a
Reboot
sort
sequel.
of
Yeah.
reboot that is a sequel still.
And
At
I
no
have to
point
watch.
would they
I gotta
ever-
watch
yeah.
this one too, don't
Yeah.
I?
And they've changed the release schedule,
Locked
so
in.
it's actually longer than it originally was.
How many episodes is it now?
Well, I think that
it was
it's
like
just
18
yeah,
last time.
I think it's just ongoing now.
What, forever?
No, well, dude,
I'm
you better be
watching
checking
Daredevil
in.
Born Again forever.
And hey, so it's a sequel, right, to the Netflix series? So I mean, shouldn't that mean because he hasn't watched Shang-Chi yet? Surely that should mean you have to watch all the.
But I've seen the
Dare-
first 2 seasons of the Daredevil
Yeah, but
Netflix
I'm pretty
series.
sure that Daredevil didn't go just for the 2 seasons.
There was
pretty
a
sure
third
there was
season.
a 3rd season, a Sneaky Defenders. So I mean,
Defenders 2?
No.
So he's in Defenders as well.
Defenders as well, yeah.
Oh,
He's in
man.
that. So I mean, for you to fully understand this, you might not have to do this if you just watch.
Today's one of those
Shang-Chi.
days that sucks.
So
if you-
Daredevil
you know.
Born Again,
yeah.
March 4.
Yeah.
First season is 9 episodes, and then
Okay.
they were like, sorry, originally it was 18.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're doing 2 seasons, we're cutting that in half, 9 and 9.
Yeah.
But now they've stopped talking about that,
Yeah.
and it's potentially because they're looking further than that.
Maybe
Well, yeah.
I'm locked in, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got to watch that. And I reckon, because I didn't even realize you hadn't actually watched season 3 or Defenders, and since they tie so closely together, I assume.
No. I'm not watching everything else.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
watching.
no, no. You don't have to watch.
Okay.
You don't have to watch Danny Rand, or
Okay,
you don't have to
thank
watch
God.
Jessica Jones. I wouldn't put you through that.
Okay, thank you very much.
But like, look, maybe you should watch Daredevil season 3 and the Defenders.
Was Defenders like a movie, or was it like
No,
a
it was a
No,
series.
it was a series. You should probably watch Defenders, just because I don't think Daredevil season 3 will make sense to you if you don't watch Defenders. And then Daredevil Born Again definitely won't make sense to you if you haven't watched season
I'll
3.
watch
Well,
So,
let's find
you know.
out. I'll just head to the website Binge Clock,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is basically how long to beat, but for TV.
Oh, nice.
Daredevil.
Today's the worst day of my life, dude.
The Daredevil, Daredevil series, season 1 to 4 or season 1 to 3. It's simply 1 day and 10 hours long.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's seen the first 2
So I'm
seasons.
just watching season 3.
Is there season 4, you said? Is there
I
a
guess that's
season-
Defenders.
Is that season? Is there how many seasons?
There's
of
no 4
Daredevil?
seasons of Daredevil, right?
That's crazy. 4 seasons? Wow.
No way. It's the season.
Well, let's cut out the credits.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're down to 1 day and 9 hours and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Cut out the commercials. 1 day, 8 hours and...
Commercials?
Commercials is
Yeah, I
Netflix.
don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, that's going to suck,
Daredevil.
dude, but it's better than watching Shang-Chi, so...
Is
it?
Yeah, it's only three seasons, and season 3 is just a short 13 episodes, dude.
Yeah, and how long are those episodes?
They're only like 53 minutes.
That's only 13
50
hours.
minutes there.
That's fine, dude. One a night?
Yeah,
I'll knock it out in a fucking
2
13
weeks.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Lucky for
And
you.
then, let's
Lucky
just look
me,
at-
dude.
And then I'll just look at Defenders for you.
Defenders,
your favorite,
I always thought Defenders was like a 60-minute, like, made-for-TV movie. To find out that it's a series, that really fucking fucks my life up.
Well, it's crazy because I've just on the same website.
It's a miniseries.
Yeah, okay.
It's a miniseries.
How many
8
eps?
episodes.
How long's it out?
50 minutes for you. So, although the shortest one's 45.
Come on.
Okay, the last one's 57. But hey, there's at least 2 45 minutes. 44. There's 2 44 minutes and 1 44
That's
minute
horrendous
episode.
news.
That's great. That's a whole extra,
Fuck my stupid life.
Shang-Chi goes for 132 minutes. Just watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what's going to happen. You're going to watch neither. We're going to be angry at you, but there's nothing we can do.
I don't know. What if we're dock your pay, but like $1 a day
That I don't watch
that you don't
Daredevil?
watch Daredevil after this, like the Daredevil air, something like that.
What if you can just each punch me in the stomach really hard once?
We're just going to keep making you do Daredevil recap episodes.
I can fake my way through them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happens in episode 1? Liar.
Episode 1 of Daredevil season 3.
Yeah.
He's under a building, I think.
No, that's after Defenders. Fuckhead.
Something about Punisher's in jail.
Dragon's Bones.
Dragon's Bones. See, they're just gonna help me through it.
I'm not going to help you through it. I just know bits about Daredevil. I haven't seen a single episode of Daredevil.
I was gonna say, like, you could say anything because I've never seen Daredevil season 3.
there
And
you
I don't
go.
plan
Building
on.
gets dropped on him at the end of Defenders. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, that's my future, I suppose.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they tie this into everything. Born Again features Kingpin running for mayor. There is a shot in this trailer that makes me think he is successful, which feels like that's common sense. You're not going to have a villain run for something and not get it.
Blues, yeah.
No, I lost the popular vote.
Yeah,
Damn.
people don't like me.
Yeah, there's I think what's his name? Bullseye's in it.
Yeah.
All the guys are back. Muse?
Yeah, Muse is someone.
Stick? I
Probably,
think Stick might be dead, actually.
Probably, yeah.
Stick.
And White Tiger.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to see if they keep how much of the tone of the Netflix Daredevil remains. Just
Yeah.
they're very different. You know, the Marvel TV shows have a very specific style.
Yes.
And the Daredevil Netflix series had a very specific style, so it'll just be very interesting to see
Hopefully, because
how they marry those.
You know, with the success of Deadpool, Wolverine, like when Disney bought all of like the Fox stuff, they kind of basically killed Deadpool, and then eventually they pushed it, and they
that's true.
agreed to it all happening, and then everyone was quite surprised that they had
That it
like an
did-
R-rated
true.
superhero film. So I'm like, look, maybe they're seeing the kind of the writing on the wall by like everyone seems to be really hating that we keep just making stuff for baby.
Maybe we make stuff for grown up.
Maybe we just hey, people really like the original Daredevil
Well, I
series.
think that's
so
part of it.
Let's lean in.
That's part of it too. Like you see, like a lot of the not blowback, but the fan response was like, "Oh man, is it going to be for babies?" And like they've got to really try and nail because the first one was so beloved. So
Because and then when Fisk pops up in Hawkeye, you're like,
yeah,
this
absolutely.
feels like they were from two different,
extremely
wildly different universes, or like very tonally different.
Yeah.
At least.
So yeah,
So hopefully
we'll
they'll-
see.
They make a good, and hopefully you've made a good choice.
Yeah,
by,
exactly.
Watching all the Daredevil
Instead of Shang-Chi.
yeah.
I think so. I think as well part of that deal was that I don't have to watch any of the TV shows, and yet I feel like I still have.
That's on you though.
Yes. Oh, I know. No. I wasn't blaming anyone but myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at least Agatha's pretty good.
So far, yeah.
You know.
I didn't realize that Foggy Nelson from Daredevil was played by that guy from Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, brother.
Fulton.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that isn't that the same
Fulton
guy that
Nelson.
was in Butterfly Effect. A great film.
I don't think so.
Fulton Nelson. Fulton Nelson. It's kind of like the start of Pretty Fly for a White Guy, you know?
Yeah, it's heaps like that, dude.
Thanks, man.
Let's find out why I'm on Stick's page. Get off Stick. I can't find
Don't
it.
worry about it, dude.
I can't stop looking at Stick.
You're stick obsessed.
Yeah, no, man. It happens to the best
What
of
else
us.
is coming out?
Yeah.
Okay, then after Daredevil, we have Ironheart. June 24.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, it was Lenny.
As far as I know, this has been done for a very long time. Yeah. I know that was something we've spoken about in the past, that they had this pretty much ready to go, and they just.
It's hard to say if people just said that because of the woke mind virus.
Very fair.
Yeah, of course.
This
Like,
is
always
not
forget about that.
On a base level. Before you even talk about like based on the trailer or anything, this has a lot working against it.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
It's a woman of color. It's Iron Man adjacent. That's just like you are starting from a bad place, and
Well, and also currently Iron Man is dead.
yeah, exactly. So if I am a stupid fan, I'm like they're replacing Iron Man with a black woman.
Yeah.
I hate this show.
Exactly.
On
Yeah, you
top
can't
of-
even be Iron Man. You know, he's a beautiful cisgendered male.
Yeah, exactly.
How dare they do this? They kill him off just to replace it. How dare they? How
This-
dare they?
this
You
terrible.
can't even be a rich white man anymore.
Bad show.
That's what they're saying.
Plus, I'm fairly sure, and I might be wrong on this, but I'm fairly sure because Riri Williams was part of the same sort of like the same group of heroes that came in with
Marvel
Miles
now?
Morales and.
No, not Miles Morales.
Wasn't it? Or was it? Were they
No.
inspired by Miles Morales?
I know it was part of the Marvel now. Like
Yeah,
Miles
'cause there
Morales
was
came
also-
in the Ultimate Universe.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Because Amadeus Cho
Yeah.
was another one that came in at the same time.
All Marvel now! Exclamation
Yeah.
mark! And it was like Kid Nova.
Oh, that's right.
But
But I'm fairly sure I've seen. I think Riri Williams has some really great arcs, but I think initially, whereas Miles people came around on. I mean, not everybody has because people are losers, but Riri it took people a long time, and they're still not quite there. So I think there's just a lot.
Because they undo Riri.
Yeah, there's just a lot working against.
They're like, Tony Stark's actually back now, and because in the comics she did replace Iron
yeah, I
Man.
think so for a while.
Where
yeah.
in this, no, it's unrelated.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, was Iron Man dead at the time, or was he just in space? Hard to say.
He was somewhere. But anyway,
Or he was
so-
thought to be dead, but turned out to be in space.
Yeah.
At some point, he was like maybe not Tony, but the brother was there for some reason, and he was
Okay.
actually adopted or some shit.
fuck yeah.
So,
Comics are stupid.
yes, it was meant to debut late last year.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So it was
Then
like
in
kind of
February
after.
2023, they reevaluated how much content they were putting out and pulled it.
Oh, okay.
And then it was then announced to be releasing in 2024. And for everyone living in the current year of our Lord,
2001.
Oh, yes.
2001, let us know, did it come out in 2024? Because my sources are saying no. It's actually
not
been
at
pushed
all.
back to 2025
yeah.
Okay.
on June 24. So, yeah, it has been done for a while.
I don't know if-
Filming did conclude at the end of 2022.
I don't know if it's just that they're not happy with it. I don't know if they just know that it's the kind of thing that you know.
Well, like, you have like when did they when did they make the decision of okay, we got to stop?
When they
was it after
hired-
Secret
Invasion?
When they brought back Bob Iger.
Okay, because because I can imagine after Secret Invasion, and you're like your big reveal is that Rhodes was a Skrull,
Yeah.
that now he's back, and then you have like another Iron Man thing that Jason,
Oh, yeah, true.
being like, oh, hang on,
Yeah, like
what people hated this piece of shit we put out.
people hate
I
Iron
don't-
Man,
I
I'm
don't
hearing?
understand why
What
did they
the
hate
fuck?
this absolute garbage?
Yeah.
It's garbage. We put no effort into
This was a short thing,
It was-
dude.
absolute garbage we made. And you didn't like it?
I don't understand.
It was so shit.
Yeah, man.
And you hated this?
I am so glad I watched maybe one episode of that show and
Yeah.
then
I watched all of it. It was good.
Yeah.
I
Oh, okay.
watched most of it and then phone watched like at least a good majority of the second half of
God.
that whole thing. What terrible. Anyway, so I'm wondering if it's like, they're
Yeah,
like,
maybe
hey, let's
they
maybe just well, first off, good decision, just backing everything off a bit.
yeah.
And,
I
and
wonder-
maybe it was like, because they put out Agatha.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's just like, well, maybe they have the options of like, what are we putting out first? And if they're like, well, we just did the kind of more of a, what's happening in the world of like related to everything else, and then this is going to connect to that film that's coming out. So like, all right, let's go. And then it's like, we could do Agatha, we could do Ironheart.
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Let's do
mechs and
Agatha.
Let's do magic.
Yeah.
But yeah, then after Ironheart, which I think this will overlap with it.
Do we know anything about the plot of Ironheart?
I don't think so.
Has anything been said? Just
I'm pretty sure that footage that we got in this trailer was the first really idea we've got.
Following the events of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, MIT student Riri Williams returns home to Chicago, where she discovers secrets that pit technology against magic, setting her on a path of danger and adventure. Don't know why I couldn't read that.
That's okay, man.
No, it's straight. That pit technology against
pit
magic.
technology.
That's a weird sentence.
Yeah.
That's an odd synopsis.
Yeah.
So it's tech v magic.
That's not what I would have expected from this.
Well, that makes it also kind of makes sense if you're having Agatha. If they're trying to making it a little bit make some sense, having we'll do a magic show and then we're going to do Ironheart, which is tech v magic.
Yeah.
There it is.
The villain is the Hood.
Oh, cool.
Is the Hood the guy?
Are you going to think of the Hood from Thunderbirds?
No.
Because I'm thinking of the Hood from
Is
Thunderbirds.
the
Not
Hood
at
the
all.
guy? No, I'm thinking of Cloak from Cloak and Dagger.
He's similar.
Okay,
Because
cool.
he's kind of got that, it's like a cloak with a hood.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like a demon-possessed one. And I think he got guns that he pulls out of it.
Out of the Hood. That's
with
cool.
Magic guns, maybe?
I'm so sorry for those spoilers because the plot actually says Parker Robbins / the Hood, an ally of Riri's who dons a hood that allows him to tap into dark arts and magic. Robbins is complex and a misfit who wants to take in other misfits and show the world that you looked at us as outcasts, but we're going to end up on top.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's
going to
tries
start
to
good, be bad, because he's going to get corrupted by the dark arts.
Yeah.
And that'll be the magic verse technology thing.
Yeah, he was. I think in the comic he starts off like a petty criminal, but then he gets the hood.
Oh, yeah.
and then he tries to take over all the criminal underworld that's being run by the Owl. All those guys. He's I'm gonna take everyone out and I'm gonna run it all because you're all doing it stupid.
Yeah.
And Disney continue to hit home runs, and I honestly would have thought they would have learned their lesson from Captain America.
Yeah.
And now they had to rewrite an entire character because of a genocide.
Yeah.
But Sacha Baron Cohen's in this as well.
Come on, man. Come on.
But Jim Rash is as well. Maybe he hasn't said anything fucked up recently.
God
I don't know.
damn
I
it.
don't think he has.
Don't put Sacha Baron Cohen in your movies. Well, yeah, that's a shame. Do we think this looks good?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Again, it's just we haven't really seen much of it.
Yeah.
and it is interesting to be we're going to do a TV series about Ironheart, which you said before, hasn't really captivated a comic reading audience for a while, and then it's just they pop up kind of in Wakanda forever, and you're like, okay,
sure.
did they do much? I guess, sure.
Sort of.
But they, it wasn't like a breakout role. It wasn't really scene stealing.
No.
It wasn't really everyone was holy shit. And I think part of that is, once again, you have this, paint by numbers, we're making stuff. And you kind of well, no. People are going to latch onto Ironheart. And, but then no one does.
Yeah.
And it's that classic, what Marvel sort of started becoming, which was that, we're going to tell you all these things that are coming out before we sell you the thing that is coming out.
Absolutely.
And so it's don't worry, you're going to love, Riri Williams. Don't worry, it's going to be good. And then it's well, show me how you do that.
I
And
think a
they
thing
never
with
really did.
with it makes me think of Catherine Hahn and Agatha all
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Where Catherine Hahn is fun to watch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They
Yeah.
gave me a reason in
that was a little bit
WandaVision to
more
be
organic.
I'm like, oh man, I like Catherine Hahn. She's entertaining, just to see on the screen. But it does feel a bit with Riri that they were well, we're making a Riri TV show, so we'll put her in, and people will love her, but they don't give us a reason to love her necessarily.
Yeah. And
But
so,
I'm also withholding judgment because I don't know.
Exactly.
Show
Dude,
must
you don't
suck.
know shit. I get
Damn
it.
right.
I'm
But this kind of
really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting with Agatha that it did seem like Agatha all along was born out of a very organic thing, which was
A song at the end of an
song
episode
at the
that
episode.
turned out meant nothing.
Yeah, it
yeah.
did, but as in at least Catherine Hahn seemed to enjoy playing
Yeah.
it, and it was got some kind of maybe some neat ideas here. Oh yeah, let's kind of pull that thread and see where it goes. at least that kind of seems a bit more organic, being like, well, we're going to go ahead and do a WandaVision, and don't worry, coming up next is going to be an untitled Agatha TV series.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, yeah, on the back of Ironheart, like a few weeks later, August 6th, Eyes of Wakanda, which is another animated show, the third one of the year.
Mm-hmm. That's
So-
bold.
Yeah, actually, no, it is.
Yeah,
it
'cause
is,
of
it
Marvel
is the
Zombies.
third
It looks
one
like
of
What
the
If
year.
animation style, don't it?
Yeah.
It follows Wakandan warriors who have traveled around the world throughout history to find dangerous vibranium artifacts.
Okay.
Like, that sounds like an interesting premise,
It looks like shit.
but
Yeah.
it does look like shit.
That's the
But-
plot of the Atlantis sequel. That's funny. Atlantis The Lost Empire too. They got to go find Atlantean artifacts all over the world, and they meet the Loch Ness Monster.
That's
You reckon
awesome.
they're going to meet the Loch Ness Monster? Marvel's Loch Ness Monster?
No, I
played by
would.
Fing Fang Foom?
I wish, dude, but I don't think so.
think that Eyes of Wakanda could end up being cool, but we're going to need to see more because what we see in this
Nothing, basically.
look ahead is like, hey, you like throwing up because of how bad animation looks?
I do.
You'll love this.
Here's
Yeah,
more of that.
It
think-
looks like I joked
Yeah.
about like things looking like PS2 animations before, but this
Genuinely.
looks
Yes,
like a
massively.
It's going to be, I think that one to me feels like it's going to be like the storyline might be good. It's going to be like, interesting like that, but it is going to look like shit, which is going to be a big hurdle.
I don't even know if the storyline's terribly interesting for
Yeah.
me because I think it has the vibes of like Black Panther 2 comes out and does well, and they're like, we need a Black Panther TV show, and then what's the most obvious TV show you can think of?
Okay.
People got to go try find like that's not that doesn't really that's kind of
Yeah.
To me, it's very like,
Fair enough.
potentially like an Indiana Jones type, we're going around, we're doing some like,
Yeah.
it's adventure. And like if it was more like that stylized, or if it was more like leaning towards that, I'm like, yeah, okay, kind of. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I'm like, it's just like not. To me, there's kind of almost not anything. It's just like
to me.
me,
Probably didn't need to
they
make this.
probably didn't need to make this TV show.
Yeah,
I think it's just like they just go in places and get
Yeah.
stuff. It doesn't tell me shit really.
Well, because Black Panther 2 doesn't really give you much to go forward with.
no.
Because it's a celebration of a real life death. Well,
Yeah.
a mourning, not a celebration. They're not like, yes, we got him.
Got his ass.
Everyone's real sad that Chadwick Boseman died.
Yeah.
But it did make a lot of money. So, yeah, they were
They're
like,
like,
oh, we need Wakandan stuff, but we can't really continue this franchise. We don't really know how we're going to get around this.
Yeah,
yet."
exactly. So what's it's like the premise of like a Saturday morning kids show, basically, which could be fine.
Could be good.
But it just doesn't tell me enough to really
Yeah.
care
And
about
most
it
importantly,
now.
looks
That's
like
fair.
shit.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
gross.
it really does.
Which is, I mean, Disney have shown me time and time again that the general audiences don't care if their media looks like asshole.
Yes, that's true.
actually
That's
good.
very
So-
true. Good point.
Hey, if this was cheap and you're making bank on it, congratulations.
More power to you, brother.
Then we have the actual third and final animation of the year, which is Marvel Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out on Halloween.
Spooky, dude.
It's only 4 episodes. We spoke about it before, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that was off mic. I can't remember. 4 episodes. Ms. Marvel's the lead.
Yeah, we
gonna
talked
be
about
a
it on
Frodo.
air. She's gonna be
Oh, yeah,
Frodo.
she's going to be Frodo. That wasn't it. Yeah.
I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I also, it's just because it's also the same animation style
Yeah.
as.
I don't care. I wouldn't care about a Marvel Zombies movie. I mean, I guess in a way I would because I'd be like, what's that going to look like? But also,
Yeah.
it's like, it's very,
It's mid-2000s,
yes,
like,
exactly.
cool, what if everyone was sick?
Yeah, whoa, zombies
Yeah,
are
look
awesome,
at
dude. It's
that.
Spider-Man, but he's bones.
Yeah, Spider-Man. He's half a man. Iron Man's a zombie, but he's still his Iron Man costume, and he's half
And
a
his
man.
jaws
He's
falling off.
sprouting around, but he's only got a torso.
Yeah.
and
If
you
Hulk
want to
is trying to eat everyone, and
If you want to impress me, Disney, turn Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness into a thing.
Yeah.
Let's see Ash carving up the Marvel
Or
Zombies.
pick a more interesting, do Marvel mummies. That's what I would like
Marvel
to see.
Frankensteins.
Yeah, Marvel creature from the Black Lagoons.
Yeah.
Fishman, Spider-Man.
Or finally give everyone what they want and make a full season of Marvel apes.
Yeah, exactly.
From the
dude.
ape planet.
Yeah.
it would be kind of funny in a way.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Okay,
I wanna
okay,
preface
fair
that
enough,
with
fair
it's
enough.
not a
I'm
good
there, I'm
idea.
across it.
I just think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Because Marvel does have like a bunch of like horror shit. So they have like their own, like they do have a Frankenstein. They do have like
yeah.
a werewolf. They
Yeah.
do have
Yeah,
all
yeah.
this kind of stuff.
They got a
It would
werewolf by night, baby.
Yeah.
Jack Russell. So it'd be very, very, very
Stupid name of
very
a dog.
stupid. It would be very funny if they kind of, inadvertently, on purpose, made like some horror stuff that they made their own internal dark universe.
Oh, true. They very much could. That is very funny.
Werewolf by Night. Who's their Frankenstein?
Morbius.
That's a vampire idiot.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if it is, honest to God, just
I think it's
Frankenstein.
No, I think it just is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
John Frankenstein.
John Frankenstein, dude.
Then their mummy. Who's their mummy?
They do have a mummy, and he's got a name like Werewolf by Night, but it's
Mummy by day.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Victor Frankenstein, Earth 616.
Yeah.
So I think there is just
The
like
mummy?
Oh no, I was getting confused with
because you could have like in
Because
the
Frankenstein's-
Man thing will pop up.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
all part of that. You have like Bloodstone.
Frankenstein's in Creature Commandos,
Frankenstein's in every.
which I know is DC, not Marvel. Don't call me out on that. I'm just saying he's back.
Frankenstein's in Hellboy too. Frankenstein's everywhere.
Frankenstein's everywhere.
Is the Mummy one called something like Beware the Mummy or something? Or The Mummy Walks is the name of the comic series, kind of like Werewolf by Night. And then maybe they have something called Teenage Dracula too.
Hell yeah. Well,
Yeah, as living mummy.
Yeah.
the
I knew it
Living
was something
Mummy,
like
yeah,
that.
classic. Well, and then the final thing, and the only asterisk for me,
Yeah.
interesting thing in this trailer was our first look at the live-action series Wonder Man,
Yes.
which is releasing in December 2025. So close.
Yeah.
is
Dude,
getting
it's
so
basically
soon.
tomorrow.
Very
It is
close.
2001, so it's decades away.
yeah.
This looks weird. This TV show looks very weird, and in a way, I'm intrigued and confused.
Yeah,
which is a cool mix to be.
It is created by the director of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And he also what else did he directed something else recently?
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I know he made Short Term 12, which is a great film.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. He just signed on to do the new Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This looks. I don't know. So it appears to be about Wonder Man or not
Simon Williams.
auditioning to play the role of Wonder Man.
So he's a superpowered actor.
Okay, interesting. And it's kind of meant to be a comedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the Wikipedia page, I was reading that either they signed
Satire,
on to do a
question mark?
comedy, or in like the early stages, it was pitched as a comedy, or Marvel was like, "We need a comedy." There's something like that associated with this production. So yeah,
It looks like how it's sort of like the how a movie is made, like but a movie of that, or a
Yes,
TV series
yeah,
of like
yeah,
a
for
movie
sure.
making thing, kind of like maybe we'll go down like a Curb Your Enthusiasm route. Maybe I don't know.
Bum, bum, bum,
I think that if this is probably going to do a thing I really dislike when movies, superhero franchises do, where it'll be about like him in the MCU making a movie about a superhero.
Yeah,
I hate that. It pisses me off.
I hope. I mean, it's
It's like when a
won't
comic
happen.
book is in a superhero world.
Yeah.
Pisses me off too.
Yeah.
You know when, with The Watchmen, how Alan Moore was like, okay, what happened if we had real world superheroes? The comic books, well, I guess we probably wouldn't do superhero
Superheroes.
comics. The pirate comic
We
would
do
reign
pirates,
supreme.
dude.
And so that was like an interesting idea, interesting
Yes.
take, because I'm like, oh yeah, I do wonder if you did have, superhero, like, people with powers and that kind of stuff was just kind of, running amok. Would we want that in our, media? And you're like, oh yeah, it's an interesting thought
Yes,
experiment.
yeah, for sure.
And so Alan Moore was like, no,
You'd be pirates, yeah.
Whereas I'm pretty sure the MCU will be like, no, yeah, they will have superhero stuff.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
we've
that's-
seen that already.
yeah,
with
we have.
all
We've
the different like in universe toys of all
Yeah.
the Avengers, and then B in the Hawkeye thing we saw the musical of the Avengers.
Yes, exactly.
So like, okay. So what if they did? Oh, it's Avengers the musical, the movie.
They could. That's the kind of thing that Marvel would think is funny. So
Yeah.
The people involved in the series are weird guys.
Oh,
though.
okay.
Okay.
Weird guys. I like weird guys.
it's also
So-
got Ben Kingsley in it.
I mean,
He's doing good.
Ben Kingsley is a lunatic, man.
Yeah.
But he will say yes to any script.
And there is something funny about him if he's playing the same character.
He's playing Trevor something.
that kind of rocks.
Yeah.
I kind of like that as a bit of continuity.
You've
That's kind
got
of cool.
Yeah.
You've got Byron Bowers, who is a writer and actor, and he did like some writing and acting. Look, he was an actor in the Eric Andre show for 3 years.
Oh, okay.
He was in Adam Devine's House Party, the Pete Holmes show.
Okay,
Why with Hannibal Buress.
that's an interesting.
And then recently he's been picked up by Steven Soderbergh, who put him in Kimmy and No Sudden Moves.
okay, that's a really interesting.
He wrote with Loiter Squad, which was the Odd Future Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
Lucas Bros Moving Company, which looks like a scary animation show.
Huh. Okay. Well, maybe it'll be interesting then. I don't know.
And Josh Gad's also in it.
yes! The
Love that
biggest
guy.
gad heads in the universe keep winning. Look, if
I wouldn't be surprised if he's for some reason playing himself. I'm putting that on my Baseless Speculation
Bingo
bingo
card.
card. Wonder Man, Josh Gad will be playing himself, and there'll be a riff about him being Olaf.
yeah, I reckon you're right. Cause obviously it's all Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be like he has to be like teamed up with somebody because he's like maybe this is your first big breakout
Yeah.
role, and you know you're gonna have to like learn like from one of the best, and it's gonna be Josh Gad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's gonna have to like follow him around. and,
Oh
like,
man,
you know,
and maybe the riff will be like Josh Gad keeps giving him really bad acting advice, but like it's working for Josh Gad, but it doesn't work for him or something, Yeah.
The other creator of, so we spoke about how one of the people is the creator of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, the director of Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
Destin Daniel Cretton. The other guy is Andrew Guest, who is a writer on 30 Rock, Community, Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. No, he was a consulting writer on Hawkeye.
Okay.
And Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he wrote 6 episodes. He wrote 6 episodes of Community, 2009, 2011. That seems
That's
like...
a bad year, I
He
think.
wrote
Oh, wait.
one episode of 30 Rock. Was that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know what episode?
2009, 2011. That's season 1 to 3 of Community.
Okay, that's good. Do we know what episode he wrote of 30 Rock?
Succession.
Which what
13th
happens?
episode of 2nd season.
What happens in it?
Yeah.
Plot.
It's Jack Donahue,
Mixed with
Jack
each-
Donahue mixed with Devin Banks mixed with. You said mixed, I think, and I got confused. Meets.
Jack meets Rip Torn.
Okay.
They're trying to become the new CEOs of General Electric.
Yep. Oh, okay.
And it ends with a parody of Amadeus.
That's the one where
Yeah,
Will Arnett is also in it, or
Yes.
is that
Yes, Will Arnett
the
plays
first
Devin
appearance?
Banks.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Okay, that was a pretty funny episode from
Yeah,
memory.
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Look, I think if Disney gives them enough rope, no, that's not the right phrase.
They'll hang themselves?
No,
with Andrew Denton.
no. If Disney gives them
If Tiffany give him,
if Disney gives them a long enough leash to
Go crazy?
to go crazy, to do some experimental stuff, to like try to make something without the constraints that I imagine come along with doing a Disney comedy,
Yes.
then I think it could be quite good. I think
Yes.
there's also a chance that Disney are like very hands-on and try to keep it that kind of very strange.
Yeah, right.
And I know, hey, everybody says this about Deadpool. They say, hey, but Disney let something like Deadpool happen, but Deadpool, even though he says fuck and I don't know if he says but he says,
No, he probably says
fuck.
suck my asshole. Though.
Yeah. It's not. It's nothing. He's saying shit like ass hat, ha ha ha, and like that big tirade that the Human Torch gives at the end.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, whoa. No, he's saying stuff like lick my cinnamon ring. That's the
Yeah.
thing a guy who doesn't know how to swear thinks is swearing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so if they've got enough of a leash, I think that makes something interesting. But
I found the Community episodes he wrote,
yeah,
which they're decent. Like
Okay.
the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons is one of them.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know romantic expressionism off the top of my head, but I'm sure I would have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Oh,
of
it's the guy with the small nipples.
yeah.
Fistful of Paintballs, which is the first paintball
that's a
episode he
good one.
wrote.
Okay.
Yeah, look,
yeah.
if and hopefully because Wonder Man, this is controversial. I don't know.
Yeah.
but I would argue not one of those beloved superheroes.
I think you're probably right.
That people kind of care a lot about.
Yeah.
And maybe that means also that they won't be as hands-on.
True.
Like if they were doing now say an Iron Man thing or a Cap America, maybe you'd have Disney or little mitts all over it because they're like you can't tarnish the brand.
Yeah.
But Wonder Man,
Who cares?
who cares? Can
Also-
you tell me anything about this man?
I don't even know what he looks
he's
like.
a superpowered actor.
Yeah.
I just found the Community episode that I think is going to be very relevant, and I hope that this is
Yeah.
part of the vibe of Wonder Man. Do you remember the episode where, what's her name?
Alison Brie.
No,
Nancy Nash. Whatever her name is. Nancy Nash.
the
Which one? Describe them. Anything. A hair color.
Shirley.
Shirley.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
where Shirley gets really angry at the group. She's like, "You need to go find God," and then
Abed thinks he's God.
and then makes that
yeah.
insane movie where it's pretty much adaptation and Synecdoche, New York.
Schenectady?
Yeah.
Schenectady, New York?
Anyway, he wrote that episode.
Okay.
So
Maybe it'll be crazy.
take that into Wonder Man and
Yeah.
have Wonder Man go crazy, being like, "What if I am Wonder Man?
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I have superpowers.
And this
I
is,
am
and
Wonder
they're writing
Man.
this for me,
Yeah.
and therefore I am this, and why don't maybe I am the second coming of Jesus? Oh, yeah.
Go bananas, Disney.
Go crazy, Disney.
Let Andrew Guest off the leash."
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's
That's that.
that's that, baby.
And that's that.
But it's not the end of the episode.
So, any of these your apart from I guess is Wonder Man the only one we're kind of looking forward to the most?
I can't wait for Deadpool and Wolverine to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah, how many times are you gonna watch it?
dude.
You watch it like
I
16 times, 18 times,
Like 4 million times.
Is it on repeat constantly?
Yeah.
I think, well, on repeat constantly, that's a bit silly. I reckon once a day.
Yeah, that's nice. As
For
when
the
you wake,
foreseeable future.
first thing, you reckon moment you wake up, that's what you'll chuck on?
Yeah. No, well, no, because you got to put it on, go to sleep, have it on repeat. So when you wake
smart.
up, it's kind of like halfway through at some point.
That's a
you
good
know?
idea, but you've
No.
seen it so many times. Okay.
I'm going to wake up.
Yeah.
I turn on the kettle to cook my coffee.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to press play Deadpool Wolverine. I'm going to have to wake up 2 hours before I have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I plan on starting my day by watching all of them.
That's fair enough, dude.
Yeah.
That's a smart move.
Well, now so let's have a little squiz at I was going to say our email, which is, of course,
BSBoysPod@gmail.com.
That's
Yeah,
right.
there you
But I can't be bothered looking at my laptop right now. But instead, we've asked for some questions on the Dear Baseless Boys channel in the
Discord.
Sanspans Plus Discord. And, I'm just going to grab from Amelia, the Hey Idiot.
Oh, come on, man.
Marvel fires Kevin Feige and hires 3 extremely handsome
Oh.
and clever BS boys.
Thank you
Yes.
very much.
I'm taking some liberties to what she wrote.
Okay.
What is your next movie and TV show?
Deadpool and Wolverine 2.
Okay. And then Deadpool Wolverine, the TV show.
No, and then I make a TV show about
Yeah, come on.
Blind Al.
Oh, okay.
And it's a sitcom, 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And it's just a shenanigans Blind Al gets up to.
Okay.
Every episode will feature one of the characters from Deadpool and Wolverine 1 or 2. And Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool's in the first one, and maybe he also comes back in the last one with Wolverine.
Okay.
And it'll just be everyone getting up to mischief. Lots of just like 22 minutes of the scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Deadpool and Wolverine 2 will be about Deadpool and Wolverine re-teaming up. But this time they've got to go into the Fox universe
Yeah.
to steal Professor X's wheelchair.
Okay, nice. Just as a prank. As a cruel
Because
prank.
TVA have figured out that he's going to become Onslaught. So
Okay, they're like, if you get his wheelchair, he's going to
yeah,
struggle.
he'll be, and then
He'll
that'll
just be
stop
less
him.
mobile.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair enough.
Okay. Yourself, Jack?
I think the TV show I would do is another season of Peep Show.
Yeah.
But
That's a good idea.
Clever.
Buy Peep Show, make another season.
Yeah. Buy Peep Show with all my money, make them make another season, and maybe just have at the beginning a bit of text that says this takes place in the MCU.
Nice,
and it doesn't really
nice,
matter. It's
nice.
just like, and then we just see Peep Show.
Yeah.
And then for a movie,
Yeah.
I would re-release Iron
would
Man
Peep
1
Show
at the
is-
cinemas.
Yeah, smart.
Smart. Okay, I would go TV show. Next Wave, Agents of Hate.
Okay, cool.
Very funny comic book series. Written by a piece of shit, but
Okay.
that's beside the point.
Hey,
Very,
so many
very
are.
So many are, you know? Very funny. Like it's got like sort of D-list sort of characters you don't really want to, like, you've never really
Okay.
seen before. You're like, oh, they're just popping up. Although Bloodstone, she's in there.
Okay.
I think that'd be very funny.
Cool.
Because it's a kind of a bit irreverent.
Okay, yeah, nice.
So you can kind of go down that route. Is it road? Road?
No,
There we
route
go.
was right.
Route, fine.
You go down a route.
You do. And for movie, I think it would be. I kind of want to get all the Avengers back together.
Okay, nice. Good
And
move.
what we're going to do is we're going to. It's kind of like a what would you call like a bottleneck episode, but a movie.
Oh, like a bottle movie.
Like a bottle
I
movie.
think you could just call it a bottle
Okay,
movie.
cool. Like a
Yeah.
bottle movie where instead of we're fighting whatever, it's just I want to take inspiration from that scene from Age of Ultron when they're all just sitting around a couch.
Oh, nice.
And they're trying to like pick up Mjolnir.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want like a good hour, 45 minutes kind of around that.
That's
kind of stuff.
awesome.
Just like, you know, like
Just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Just guys hanging
and
out.
like, you know, and it can be like a bit of a shenanigan thing where it's like that happened. And then like, you know, then we like follow, say, Thor,
Wolverine's-
where he's walking off being like, I can't believe Steve almost picked that up. And then it kind of goes to a bit of a
Oh, so
deep
it's like it is that
introspection.
scene.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Let's go
okay,
with that.
nice.
Let's
How many
go with that.
episodes?
It's a movie.
Oh, it's a movie. Sorry, yeah.
Next wave, I reckon, about an 8 episode.
Nice.
TV
Peep Show, or
series,
classic
but,
6 episodes or 8 episodes, whatever
Yeah,
British
and
do.
you
just
calling
saw a
it-
delivery happen, and we you know, just left it there. I don't even think he rung the doorbell. I'm just going to text my wife that
Okay.
there's something at the
Hello, wife.
Anyway,
it's me, husband.
Yeah,
Great
they
impression of
just,
Zammit's text.
They just it's just left it there. It just didn't
Yeah.
even. Okay,
That's awesome.
Anyone could grab that.
Yeah, it's just on
it's
the
a shoe rack. If anyone's wondering, but
Yeah,
Free shoe
there he
rack.
goes.
there
He's
he
driving
goes.
off.
There he's heading off.
He just didn't even bother.
Didn't knock on the door. He
didn't
saw
even knock.
us in here. Maybe no, wouldn't have
Wow.
even.
No, because the window
Just bad at his job.
Doesn't care about his
Doesn't
job.
care about his
Doesn't
job.
give a shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Shoe rack.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which shoe rack do you end up getting? The big one or the small one?
The smaller one that wasn't like $500.
Yeah, fair enough.
smart.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Because I just need like a little shoe rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
For
for
a couple of
shoes.
shoes.
One I was like, oh, he was like $30, and I was like, oh yeah. And there was a one that was there, a little bit bigger, that looked a bit nicer, and I was like, oh, what's that one like? What? You know, clicked on that, and I was like, oh, you can have this if you want for
$500.
$500.
And I went, no,
No, thank you.
Smart.
no, thank you.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Too much.
$30 is fine.
$30 is perfect for a shoe rack.
How would Mark and Jez handle being in the MCU though?
I think Mark would be very upset about it. And I think Jez would be like, I reckon I can become a superhero.
Jez, what do you mean? You they'll punch your head clean off, Jez.
I think he'd be more sarcastic. He'd be like, "Oh well, you're welcome to go out there if you like, Jez, and see what happens.
Jez,
But don't come crawling to me when they punch your head in. You just don't get it, Mark. You just don't get it.
Oh, all right, Jez, go and show me. Go knock on Nick Fury's door. I'll let him know what you're going to bring to the Avengers Initiative.
And
And
then-
what was that anyway, Mark? Jez?
And then it would go because it'd be like the transition between scenes, and then Mark would be coming back, and he'd be like, oh, "I've got a blinding headache," and then there'd be like super soldier serum and crack all over the coffee table or something.
Jez, what have you done?
And Super Hands would be there, and he'd be like, "I'm Super Hands." Yeah, man, super hands. Dude, I gotta make this.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
go.
you do, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, again, I mean, Marvel is kind of done to death, and everyone's kind of a little bit sick of it. But man, I would have really liked at one point, like a Damage Inc. kind of TV show that was a bit more like, again, we're not dealing with superheroes, you're just dealing with people.
Just guys,
I
dude.
do
that. Yeah.
I like Jackson's idea. Buy existing properties and claim they're part of the MCU.
Yeah, why not, dude? You got the money.
Always Sunny.
Yeah, okay.
Fargo.
Just any TV show you can think of, dude. Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, that was a movie. But you can buy movies and say they're part of the MCU.
Who cares?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, dude. They should make a thing called Rat Shit and Clank. What do you reckon?
Well, next time the game that comes out that's in Ratchet and Clank and it sucks, you can call it Ratchet
That'll be,
and
dude.
Clank.
There's money in
Yeah,
there.
that's a
I'll
scathing.
I'll
that's a
sell that to
scathing-
IGN.
Scathing
Shit and
review.
Clank.
WASND asks, what genre do you think is due a resurgence in 2025? Westerns, noir, kaiju westerns, noir?
Okay. Oh.
Kaiju should. I mean, they're back already.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
is true.
It's just in like the West cinema, they stopped doing it because they kept fucking it up.
Yeah, but they
But
are-
also, Godzilla X Kong came out this year.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Westerns should stay dead.
Westerns I keep trying to bring back. Noirs kind of the same.
Noirs have been. They never
been
really
back,
went
yeah.
anywhere.
They're
Yeah,
kind of
they're
now more
both-
neo-noirs.
You got a lot of neo noirs.
Yeah,
They don't do very many traditional noirs anymore.
I reckon.
sex comedies.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like, when was the last time you? No, legitimately.
Yeah, I know. It was what I was going to say, but yeah, okay. Yeah, sex comedies.
Like, I mean, Bottoms is sort of one,
Yeah.
and that was good. But like, where's the American Pies?
Yeah.
And yeah, I know that they're fucked up and like they haven't aged well, but you can make one in 2025 that does age well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Putting consent in your movies isn't hard.
No, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And it's an American Pie, except for one scene, which is then they try and forgive themselves in the movie.
That's not great.
Not the okay. So basically, in American Pie, everyone always points at the Nadia scene as like that's fucked up, and it is fucked up. But then she, in the very next scene, is aware of it and is like, yeah. That's cool. Like, no one ever talks about that scene. It is weird, and it's still not good that they did it, but the movie does address it.
Oh, that's, fair enough.
That's nice.
Sort of. It's still not good, but anyway, make another American Pie.
I guess the world's ready for more.
Yeah, I
American
think
pies.
so. I think so.
Okay.
What other genres are dead? Sketch comedy movies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is what I remembered what I was going to try and say. The sort of like the thriller, but the sort of kind of what Longlegs was at the very start, which was kind of based on kind of Silence of the Lambs kind of stuff. And
Okay.
I know a lot of those sort of stories that we used to do sort of in like the late 90s has just become an episode of CSI.
Yes,
I get it. But like those sort of like
So
you
you mean almost like a
mysteries.
paranormal thrill? Oh,
Well,
like
not even the paranormal. Take away the paranormal aspect.
just like a thriller.
Yeah,
Just thrillers?
like the serial
Detective
thrillers.
thrillers?
Yeah.
Serial killer doing some biz.
Grizzly thrillers?
Yeah.
Double
yeah.
Jeopardy. They
Yeah.
should remake that.
Yeah. Anything with maybe like a Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd,
Along
Came
Came
the
a Spider.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of vibe, I reckon. Because that'll be low budget.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a mystery. Like,
Yeah.
who's
That's
done
true.
it? Why are they doing it? What's going on?
They still exist, but they do tend to lead
On
more
TV.
into horror
Yeah.
or on TV.
Yeah.
100%
Law and
on
Order
TV.
SVU.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to say creature features, which I know they are kind of, sort of.
Wolfman comes out in January.
Yeah, exactly. But Wolfman.
He's nailed it.
Yeah. It's a lock, dude.
Well, you know what? You're so true. You're so right.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You gotta ask,
Well, it turns
man.
out that creature features was the correct answer.
There was a right
It was
answer
a right
to that
answer this
question.
one, shockingly.
Yeah.
And it was, well,
It was creature features.
Creature features.
They're back, dude.
Well, on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
I've also been Joe.
This has been another episode of Baseless Speculation, and we've been the BS boys.
See you at the movies.
See you at the movies. At the creature features, they're back. They're making 15 a year.
15?
That's Hapes.
Yeah.
That's Wolfman?
Wolfman.
That's an invisible person?
yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Mummy.
Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, they are
Dracula.
making- Bride of
Dracula.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Igor.
Oh, yeah, him.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Little Mummy.
Little Mummy. Okay.
Baby Mummy.
Baby Mummy.
Yeah. Son of Mask 3.
Okay.
Some
Some kind of zombie movie.
Yeah.
Untitled Zombie Project.
Untitled Zombie Project.
Maybe a movie about a robot man.
Yeah. Robot Man, but evil.
Yeah.
And then Robot Man, but neutral.
Beautiful.
There is a Bride of Frankenstein movie coming out next year as well, remember?
Yeah. I haven't forgotten, dude.